Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures and welcome to a very windy day here in May in Vladimir in Russia. And today I'm just going to walk around this housing area. The main reason I'm walking around this housing area is because I actually wanted to make a video in the park that is nearby, but it's so windy, and so if I go outside into the open area, it's going to ruin the video. You're not going to hear anything I'm saying. And so in today's video I'm going to just see what we come across, and also I'm going to talk to you about my life, because essentially my life is YouTube. That's what I do. Every day I go through some sort of moral dilemma, and the reason is because the type of content that I want to create about life in Russia doesn't get views on YouTube. And so I have the kind of devil on one side of my shoulder and the angel on the other. The angel is telling me, Sam, make the content that you enjoy, make the content that you like doing, show Russia from the side that you want to show. But then the devil is on the other shoulder, and the devil says, no, make the content that people like, make the content that will get you money. I'm very envious of those YouTubers who have something else going on in their lives that they film, right? There's a very famous farming family and they farm and film farming. It's really cool, but I don't have that. I essentially film things. So every day I go out with the camera, walk around Russia and find something to film or somebody to film. Let's go for a walk up these steps, see where it takes us. Well, it's a bit interesting because the steps haven't really taken us anywhere nice, have they? Yeah. Oh, the bird's just chilling out on there. Here's some more steps. Maybe this will take us to somewhere interesting. Let's see. We've got a cat. Oh, running away from me. So essentially, all the foreigners who live in Russia, we're all typecasted. We all know that the type of content that's going to get us loads of views is the political content, anything to do with the kind of Ukraine war, anything to do with kind of tanks or army, or again then scandals and political stuff. That's all going to get us lots of views, and the reason we know that is because that's what the world is interested in when it comes to Russia. At the end of the day, we upload our content to YouTube, which is a channel that, well, which is a platform that is going to show the content to the world, and the world, when it comes to Russia, is interested in the main topics. And so if you create content on those main topics, then you're going to get views and you're going to make money. I like how they've put the sign on both sides of the tree just in case someone was standing at the opposite side and didn't see it. Here we've got the clothesline, and look, I guess someone that's small maybe stands on here to get the clothes down. Look, I don't have that problem. They've gone a bit overboard with the advertising for the shoe repair, haven't they? These gates are very Soviet-like, aren't they? Soviet gates. But making political content gets very, very boring. It becomes very negative very quickly, and I don't enjoy doing it. But then I can't really do anything about it, because at the end of the day, I'm a YouTuber, I'm in Russia, and I want to make money from YouTubing, right? And so I'm really kind of stuck in that hole. Now, I wish I enjoyed making content about politics. Some people do. Some people love to make political content, and if you really enjoy politics, then making content about Russian politics, of course, being in Russia is an amazing thing, and you can grow your channel amazingly. One of the things I realized is your channel success and your income level isn't dependent on the quality of your content. It's dependent on the type of content you film. And so you can be an amazing YouTuber. And I see loads of people struggling on YouTube and they say, I can't get any views, and it's because, well, they're making great content about how they went to their dacha for the weekend, or they're making amazing content about meeting their other half's family and going out for the day and stuff like that. And the content is really amazing, really great editing, really great information, but no one in the world cares about that stuff. So up there, the birds are still celebrating New Year. What do you think of the football pitch? So there's a few things that are strange about this playground. First of all, this is the picnic bench. Now the picnic bench doesn't look like it's very comfortable. The next thing is the basketball court. The basketball is very low down and there's not really much of a court going on. And so literally, this is the pattern you'll notice if you watch my channel regularly. I'll make a video that's to do with politics and I'll get, you know, loads of views. Well, for my channel, loads of views, so maybe up to 100,000 views, and the video will do really well. I'll get loads of people write to me saying, Sam, I'm so glad I found your channel. You're really down to earth. I love your content. It's really amazing. Thanks so much for showing your opinion and from Russia and showing the truth and letting us know how it is there. I'm so pleased that I found such a great channel. And then I'll go back to making content which is just about life in Russia. And so I'll walk around this neighborhood like I'm walking around now, or I'll go and film something that we do like a daily thing in Russia, and the content won't get any views. No one will be interested, no one's clicking on it, YouTube's not interested to show it to people, no one's clicking on it, the title isn't interesting, it's not political based, it's not a scandal, it's not a scam, it's not something really negative, and so nobody cares. And the content, the quality of the content on those types of videos is always way better than the political stuff. I'm interviewing people, I'm showing aspects about life in Russia, I'm showing different things that you don't get to see anywhere else, but no one cares. So this playground area is being temporarily used as a washing line. Look, we've got some bed like duvets hanging up here, and we've got another one there. Looks like a ghost ride there, doesn't it? That's really cool. Check out the Neva in green. It's a colour I haven't seen before, and it looks like it's been repainted. What do you think? Pretty cool. What do you think of how the gas pipe is kind of along the side of the house and then over the door? This is something interesting about provincial Russia. Look, you've got the pushchair, no one's taking it, no one's stealing that. And so this whole moral dilemma comes into play so often. It's amazing when some political scandal or some really big event happens in Russia, because you can make content about that and you can grow your channel again, you know, you can get more views, and it feels really good. And sometimes it's weird, because I'll make a political video and I'll get loads of views, right, and it'll grow my channel, I'll get a couple of maybe 2,000 new subscribers, and it kind of brings this like myth, it creates this myth, and the myth that it creates is that you're some sort of amazing YouTuber. You feel really good, right? You can maybe make 2 or 3 political videos and you'll gain a few thousand subscribers and your channel will do amazingly well, and suddenly your income will just shoot up and you'll be like, wow, I finally cracked the YouTube game. I know what to do, I'm making loads of money, it's me, it's my content, I'm really good at YouTube, everything I do turns to gold. And then you say, right, now I'm going to take the camera as we go to the village to film me and my friends having a barbecue. We're going to speak to the local neighbors. Finally, I'm going to show the world all about life in Russia. And you feel really good, you can't wait. And you go away and you make this amazing piece of content of real life. None of it's staged, none of it's organized. You upload it and nobody watches it at all. Like the green handles they've created here, and the ramp for the wheelchair or for the kids push chairs, not very crazy here. And then check out the Lada Sputnik. Check out this huge water pipe. The water station, I guess, is somewhere near here. And it's just pumping the hot water around the town, look. Check out the lock. Now the lock's covered in this little rubber thing to stop it rusting. And so ultimately, success on YouTube isn't about the quality of your content. Now obviously your content's got to be a reasonable quality, but pretty much all of us have the same quality content when it comes to editing and putting stuff together. Some people are obviously really good at it, but as long as you hit the kind of basic level, then your content is always potentially good enough to go viral. It all just depends on the topic. It's got to be a topic that YouTube wants to push out, and it's got to be a topic that generally people are going to be more interested in. Obviously the rules go out the window a little bit when it comes to a woman, right? A woman can just film herself making a cup of tea in a little skimpy top and she can get views. But typically all of us foreign YouTubers in Russia, we're all in the same boat, and we're all stuck in that kind of hole that is YouTube. Us YouTubers, we chat together and we see each other's channels. I know someone will say to me, hey, my video did really well, but then like a week later they'll say, look, my channel's doing really badly, I haven't, you know, got many views for like the last 2 weeks, and it's really weird, it's just up and down. You can think you finally cracked the YouTube game, and then suddenly you're back to square one again. Very clean house with a very clean courtyard. So I was just about to go over here and film this, and there's a lady sitting here. I won't film her now, she's looking at me really angry. And so I am really jealous of those people that can get up every day and create political content. It doesn't motivate me at all, and I'm kind of really boxed in because obviously I want to grow my YouTube channel, right? I want to be really successful, I want to earn lots of money from YouTube, I want to show my content to the world. But the facts are that unless you're doing those kind of really kind of maybe 5 or 6 topics, then YouTube isn't going to show your content to people. And so it doesn't matter if you make the most professional video ever, if it's not something that the people are generally interested in, or it's not on one of the topics that YouTube cares about promoting, then it doesn't matter what you create. The roses are blooming. Got a kind of nice kids area here, haven't we, look? So if I had the choice, then I'd literally get up every day, grab the camera, go and film whatever's happening outside and film it, speak to people, show life here. That would be my ideal thing to do. But if I did that every day, then I'd be flat broke, because that kind of stuff is not the kind of stuff that YouTube just seems to want to promote. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. It drives us, it steers us back always towards the political stuff. Every time we do the political stuff, we get views, we start to think that we're good YouTubers, we start to feel that we can film anything, we start to go creative, and our views just drop, our subscribers drop, our income drops, and YouTube just kind of steers us back towards politics, saying go back and film that and you can get views again. And that's kind of how it is. And so in an ideal world, I often talk to my friend Chris, the Plastic Russian, about this, and he says obviously he doesn't care about his YouTube income. Chris is a businessman, he's made his money elsewhere, he doesn't need to earn money from YouTube, and so he doesn't care about his content. doesn't care in the aspect that he doesn't care if he gets many views or not, because it doesn't determine how he lives, because he's not, what's the word, you know what I mean, the income isn't a necessity for him. Look at this nice little seating area here. This lady was sitting on it, so I couldn't film it. And so Chris often says to me, Sam, it'll be interesting if no one can make money from YouTube, what would people create content on? Because we're all driven to create a certain type of content because that's what makes us money. But if no one can make any money or it's just a free platform, then what would people create content about? Someone's planted a little garden here, look. So look here, this is really cool. Huh. It says, we love our country, we love our town, and we love our home. Look at that, and we've got the pictures, look. How cool is that? Up here, of course, we've got the two flags, the Russian and the Soviet flag. So I consider myself quite creative. I enjoy creating things. I enjoy creating content. That's one of the things I love about YouTube. First of all, it's about going out and meeting people, and secondly, it's about creating something interesting. I'm kind of really stuck in that because, as I said, I can create something but not get paid for it, or I can create something that I don't enjoy creating and get paid. Not long ago, I created, well, I don't want to say created, but I made a video on a topic that was, well, popular. The channel did well. I made a bit of money from it. But I wasn't satisfied at all. In fact, I was actually very depressed after making it. Getting recognition, making money, growing the channel, receiving loads of positive comments from people who have viewed a piece of content that is completely average made me feel so depressed, because when I create an average piece of content and everybody loves me for it, and then I create an amazing piece of content and no one gets to see it, it kind of makes you think, well, why am I doing this for? And so this is where I am, guys, at the moment. I just wanted to share this with you so you knew really a bit more about me, why I create the type of content that I create. And also, if you're a new YouTuber and you're thinking, how can I be successful on YouTube? Then that kind of whole political style content, or anything to do with tanks or war or anything like that, people are always interested in that when it comes to Russia. It's just one of those countries that attracts topics like that, and it's always been the case, and it always is going to be the case. So if you want to grow your channel, then make a video comparing American and Russian tanks, right? I'm sure you'll grow your channel very quickly by making that type of content, but at the same time, it will drain your soul. It will completely drain your soul. So obviously, if you love that type of content, then it's a win-win for you. But if you're creating content to get views, you'll make money, you'll feel successful outwardly, you'll be able to project success. Your channel will have views, subscribers, you'll make money from YouTube. So in a sense, you'll be a success, you'll be a successful YouTuber. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you're a great video content creator. It just means you're creating the content that YouTube wants. And that's where I'm at. Really, if I could have it my way, I'd create the content that I like creating and make money from it. But that's not how life works, unfortunately. We all know that life works on bad news, and bad news sells, and political stuff is the stuff that everybody loves to talk about and I don't know, discuss with each other about who said this or who did that, or whatever scandal happened, or you know, who's going to invade who, and all that kind of stuff. That is what the world works on. That is what YouTube wants to promote, and that is what is going to make money for you. So anyway, just a little bit of a walk around this neighborhood and talking to you and telling you kind of where I am in this YouTube world. I'll see you in the next one.